conclusion that there's something fundamentally wrong with the enterprise called Nigeria. So today we are actually operating below our potential in terms of human and resources, natural resources. We are so endowed that ordinarily we have no business toying with poverty. And we're also endowed with intelligent, brilliant, inventful, and very creative people that ordinarily we shouldn't have mediocrity in our public space, in our governance structure. But Nigeria is such a contradiction that in the midst of abundance of natural resources and human capital, we're actually crawling as far as human civilization is concerned. And that also, in spite of the humongous human capital, intelligent, smart people, very creative people that we have in this country, we also have men and women who have no business in the corridors of power actually leading us, and that's why there's so much frustration. Nigeria is just like, analogically, like a passenger that is seeing very well but being driven by a driver that can actually not see. And when the driver drives into a pothole, into the bush and all the rest of them, the man who can see, the passenger who can see, of course, will be developing high blood pressure because you are seeing where the driver ought to be going, and meanwhile the driver is driving you elsewhere. It brings a lot of frustration, and we shouldn't be where we are today at all because the potential is just too enormous, far beyond what even the developed countries have. I think the problem is leadership.
Okay, Sam. So what do you think, what are the solutions? What do you think is the solutions to countries?
It's very simple that more people must be involved. More people, more passionate people, more intelligent people must be involved in the political exercise that leads to the evolution of leaders. We must be involved both at party level, be involved in party registration, involved party activities, involved in campaigning, involved in being putting yourself forward to be elected as a candidate. That is just, we need to just constantly get ourselves involved, and also especially mobilizing people that are not interested in money politics to be involved in party politics. Because until you have the number of people who are not interested in money politics involved in politics, you can never have the kind of leadership that you deserve. If you check the number of people who are voters as of today, vast majority are more interested in what they can get from these political actors. Once you have a voters who are only interested in voting based on how much they've been given, until those who are not interested in money politics outweigh those who are interested in money politics, you can't change the quality of leadership that will emerge. And analogically, if you have 1 million people who are interested in collecting money before they vote, and you have just 200,000 voters who are not interested, whether you like it or not, those who will collect money and vote for, whether it's a madman, incompetent person, will always outweigh those who will vote for people with integrity and vision. So the responsibility is that those of us who do not believe in money politics must keep encouraging same people with similar mindset to get into the system so that we outweigh and outnumber those who are collecting money to vote. Until you can change that dynamics, you'll discover that those who collect money to vote will keep electing people that will get there, take money from the public coffers, embezzle it, and keep some to buy votes next election. By statistics, the number of youths far outweigh every other age bracket. I mean, the elderly ones. But the question is, how many are actually involved in the electoral process? Because sometimes you discover that during election, you see youth, some of them will be busy playing football on the field. Some are not even registered. They can't go through the stress of getting their voter's card. They're on social media. And being on the social media doesn't necessarily mean influencing the outcome of an election. So there is a price to pay for the number of youth we have to have the kind of impact that we desire. We must be up and doing. Enough of talking. Let all the youth roll up their sleeves and get to work. Mobilize as many people. It's a game of number. And most times I tell people it's easy for you to rig. Where the margin between the ones that want to rig and the one that they want to rig out, when the margin is so close, it's possible for them to say, yes, we will rig. But when the margin is so wide, rigging becomes very difficult. So it's a question of the youths getting passionately involved in the electoral process, registering as a voter, coming out to be elected, and going out to vote during election, and standing to ensure that your votes are also counted. That is the only. They have the capacity. They have the number. They have the They have the intellect. They have the know-how. They are technologically savvy. So if they are properly harnessed, mobilized, believe me honestly, there's nothing impossible. But there's this lethargy. There's this aloofness. There is this I don't care attitude. What will be, will be. My vote doesn't count. So it gives those that want to rob people and rig election the opportunity, because they are not seeing the number. There is a way you see number. There is a way you see the number of people. Look, I remember sometimes as a student of history, Marcos of Philippines was the president. He was a dictator, using the military to suppress the people. But the day they mobilized and were marching towards their presidential palace, even the military that were sent to quell the riot had no option than to be in the forefront, heading towards back to the palace, because they saw the number of people. So numbers, very crucial in determining the outcome of any exercise, especially vote. It's a game of number. If the youths can mobilize, troop out to be registered, troop out to come out to stand for election, and also mobilize to vote, they can make an incredible impact and difference in our electoral process.